So 2013 is practically over, and I just wanted to put in one last video before the end. With New Year's Day coming up, Nough said decided to make a couple of lists. Top 5 best and worst video games made in 2013. Only one rule for this list: the games actually have to be made in 2013. So with the introduction out of the way, we can get this thing going. Sonic Lost World is basically ripped straight from the Super Mario Galaxy series with its 3D tube-like level base. But instead of me rambling, I think some call me Johnny sums it up best.
Okay, look, if you want to start comparing this game to Mario, you go right ahead. This game is pretty much asking for it in the first place. Are there similarities? Of course there are, but this game doesn't have nearly the amount of focus on gravity-based platforming as Super Mario Galaxy. In fact, I can't really tell what Sonic Lost World's focus is. This game will have Sonic do all sorts of things depending on the level, of course. In one level, Sonic has to conquer an obstacle course as a snowball. In another level, he has to play pinball to get to the next area. One level has him on autopilot where he can't stop running and suffers instant death if he runs into a wall, kinda like the mock speed sections in Sonic 06. There are times where Sonic has to defy physics altogether and glide through the air with painfully awkward flying controls, and other times he has to guide fruits of giant blenders. There are level-specific gimmicks, and then there's having absolutely no idea how to properly flesh out the adventure with strong, cohesive level design. Why do I have to be a snowball here? Why can't I stop running here? What's the point of the flying levels to begin with? Whatever happened to focusing on one gameplay style and fleshing it out to make something that gamers will love to replay over and over again?
I think that sums up my point enough. Adventure Time is a good show. It's funny most of the time, completely random, and has many likable characters. But one thing I hate is when producers just say, "Hey, it's a successful show, so let's make a game out of it." This has basically ruined Adventure Time for me. It's already got so much merchandise that it could be said as overrated now. Well, you know where I'm going with this. Adventure Time, Explore the Dungeon, because I don't know, in my opinion, is just terrible. Only 2 of the boss fights are okay. The rest of the game is just bad. Granted, I haven't played it, but I have looked through a walkthrough on YouTube, and it just does not look all too great. I never really liked Star Trek to begin with. I watched one movie about 3 years ago, and was bored out of my mind. So when I saw there was a game, I had to facepalm. But a game that came out this year, even though I thought that Star Trek and Star Wars were dead, Star Trek had a new movie that came out, so I guess that's what it's based off. Excuse me, because obviously I have not played this game. But the reason I can't put it lower on this list is, well, because really the only reason it's here is because it seems like a pointless game to me. I have absolutely no interest in Star Trek. It's kind of unfair to put this at number 1 just because of that. Although looking at the gameplay, it doesn't look all too bad. Just not to my liking. Kind of like a Gears of War / Halo type thing at first glance. But again, I don't really like Star Trek, so this is why it takes the number 3 spot. This game is the definition of a waste of money. Literally all it does is change the main character from Mario to Luigi. And instead of Luigi being the sidekick, we get this stupid little thing called Nabbit. And if you still don't think this game is a waste of time, allow me to convince you further.
This looks awfully similar to the beginning of the actual game. So I really hope it's just not like the same levels just with Luigi. That'd be kind of dumb. There's no way. It was $20. I'm not paying $20 for that. Would pay $20 for that. Yeah, this is like the exact same thing that happened in the beginning. And that guy like frags us out, and we just go flying everywhere. That's that same nutsack tree. Look at it. Is this supposed to be like a cat suit? Was that something else? Come on! There's Luigi for you. Oh yeah, there's that stupid rabbit guy.
I don't think I have to explain anymore. Okay. Don't freak out. The reason this is number one is because the entire franchise of Call of Duty is just so overrated. I've played nearly all of them and the gameplay is rinse and repeat. It's make some new guns, and some new levels, and a new campaign. Bam, new game. Which the guns aren't that different anyway. They do the same thing basically. They still kill people and there's still classes of whatever. The levels aren't that different either. And the campaign, yes, the campaigns are clearly different in each game. But that is the same with every other game out there. If it wasn't, it couldn't even be classified as a sequel to a game or a new game. They just add these little things, like in Black Ops 2 they added robots or whatever. And in this one they added dogs. How exciting. Yet millions of people rushed out and bought it. I would rather play New Super Luigi U than play this abomination of a game. It's just so overrated. Okay, rant over. But really, this game is not that great at all. By now the first-person shooter concept has grown weary in this series, and it's about time they just stop making games. And this is Aqua from Nough Said signing off for 2013. Happy holidays everybody.
None escape their shadow.
Pentakill.